Hello, welcome to CLSP Politics. Sean Briscoe speaking. So, this is the last show of my preliminary 2026 Senate, actually legislative primary series. It has to be a little over 100 shows. I started this probably about 100 days ago because I'm trying to do one a day. So, made it through before the FEC reports come out in 13 days. Whew. So let's get this last one done. I saved this one for last because it's kind of special. It even says special in the title. It's the Ohio special election. And I thought that this is actually is one of my more interesting races because it is Ohio. And for a long time, Ohio was considered a swing state. And and then it just stopped swinging. It just became red. It just stayed red. And that's what it did. And it was, the theory was these were, people, farmers, heartland, you know, they're the ones that will keep the boat steady. And yeah, they didn't do that so much. Anyway, so it's kind of your typical red state with blueberries all through it, but it has a lot of blueberries through it, and there just aren't a lot of people in Ohio. So it's kind of interesting that this state could be red for so long. And it was red by like 3 or 4 points. It wasn't like a little bit red. It was 3, 4 points red, which, you know, technically that's Texas red. So it's pretty in the GOP column. And demographically speaking, also pretty typical. But remember, once you get outside those metropolitan areas, there just aren't a whole lot of people. So when you start doing the math, well, before we do the math, like and subscribe if you haven't. If you're running for office, you can go to Sean at clsbpolitics.com to email me, or just go to my website. I'm on YouTube, Blue Sky, Instagram, TikTok, Substack. If you want to donate to this channel, you can go to my YouTube. There's a PayPal link. You go to my Substack. You can come over on my Substack. All right. That's it. Okay. So back to business. So who's running for this seat? So you have Sherrod Brown, who has a history of running statewide and winning in this state, and you have John Husted. Those are really the biggest candidates, and when you look at the money, Sherrod Brown's at 5.9 million. John Husted's at 5 million. Now, this is not including PAC money, right? We talked about PAC money the last few days. I wanted to make that very clear because people were asking, does this include the PAC money? No, this is just their now it does include any PAC money that was donated directly to the campaign. But that's limited to 5,000. So it does include that, but it doesn't include any outside spending. So right now you're looking at 5 million of John Husted and Sherrod Brown's 5.9. That's pretty amazing when you have a Democrat out fundraising the incumbent. It's very interesting to me. Now, in August, Husted was 6 points ahead. This is last year, right? 2025, August. 6 points ahead. That was like, I was like, well, it's going to be rough. And then I started pulling the more recent polls. This was late 2020, December 2025. Husted's now 1 to 1.5 points ahead. It's a 5-point close since August. And I looked up another poll, and also late 2025. Husted's like 3 points. And then October 2025, Husted was 1 point. So something happened between August and late 2025 that closed that gap by 5 points. And since we've seen most of our swing, the average swing in all the special elections from last year was 13.5 points. And I'm not including Miami. I'm not including the outliers that were just like ridiculous, because you gotta get rid of those guys. You love them. I love me a 99-point swing, but you can't add those in, because then it just messes with all your data. So get rid of the outliers, and what you get is about a 13.5-point swing. I think this race is absolutely winnable for Sherrod Brown. I know the polling saying he's a point behind. I think there's a lot of people in these cities that have cell phones that don't answer polls. That's what I think. I think that this seat is absolutely in play, and that Sherrod Brown stands a very, very good chance of winning this seat. So my big number is 1, R+1, but I think it's a D+1. But the math says R+1, so we're going with R+1. All right. Well, that's it. Yay! I finally got through them all. You knew how many FEC reports I had to look up to do this series. It's all in one playlist, and it's got to be hours of footage. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have friends in Ohio, feel free to share it. I'll hashtag Ohio in the YouTube video when I post it. So, all right, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, I'm going live tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hope to see you guys there. Bye.